Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with the update patch notes 3.5 for Disney Heroes Battle Mode, and I cannot believe that I'm telling you that there are 3 characters in this patch notes today. We've got Winifred, Mary, and Sarah Sanderson from Disney's Hocus Pocus. We have not gotten 3 characters in the patch notes since I'm pretty sure like 2019. And it's very rare that we even get 2 characters, so this is insane. I did not think they were going to release all 3 at the same time. There was no thought in my mind that that would happen, but the madman really did it. So we've got a lot to go through. I'm going to try not to dwell on anything too much. So let's look at Winifred Sanderson first, kind of the main leader of the Hocus Pocus sisters. I'm going to be honest, I think I've seen Hocus Pocus, but I have no idea about the story or the characters whatsoever anymore. I just know that they're all witches. But they really did an amazing job with the art on all 3 of them. I've actually done a hero concept for a live action character, and I now understand just how hard that can be. But like the faces especially are really nice. The way they stylize it, it's kind of angular, and like the eyes specifically. And then the detailing on especially her robes and jewelry, like she has the best detailing for sure. But I will, I guess, talk about each of them individually. But yeah, the hair they made perfect, the jewelry, the design on her robes, and the face looks like her from the movie. I don't know, they just captured it so perfectly. I can't imagine the work that they put into it. But she looks amazing, and I'm really excited about this, and I didn't expect to be, because I don't really care about Hocus Pocus, but she looks great. She's going to be a midline control character on the yellow team, and will be the next prize wall character, which we can assume will be this next coming week, since we haven't, our current prize wall has just ended. So we would imagine as soon as the update comes out that it would be the next prize wall after that. So not right away on Tuesday, but pretty soon after that we will be getting Winifred. So let's go through her skills. The Witchy Zap. Winifred zaps the nearest enemy with her lightning and focuses a spell on them, stunning and lifting them into the air. The enemy takes fantastic damage over this time, and Winifred heals for % of the damage dealt. Winifred is immune to disables while focusing her spell on the enemy. The stun from the skill cannot be cleansed, avoided by evasion, reduced by tenacity, or dodged. Enemies that are immune to stuns will take damage but will not be lifted into the air. So it'll be fun to see them lifted in the air with lightning, I guess. It almost feels like an Emperor Palpatine kind of move. So it'll be fun to see. Have I done my lightning team yet? I was thinking about doing that, and she'd be perfect for that, I guess. The next is Spellbound. Winifred sings and dances, distracting nearby enemies. The first time distracted enemies hit Winifred, the distract is replaced by a charm. Charmed enemies gain basic damage for the duration of the charm. Winifred gains stacks of party for each enemy distracted. So that's really cool. It's kind of a charm move that's hidden by a distract. It'll be fun to see that animation too. The Soul Suck. Winifred throws a potion at the enemy with the highest energy, dealing fantastic damage to enemies in an area over time. Winifred also steals energy and heals for each enemy hit. So a healing move is great. Kind of reminds me of a move from Disney Sorcerer's Arena with the Horn King. Unbreakable Curse. When Winifred's HP goes below a %, she goes berserk. While berserk, Winifred deals more fantastic damage and gains improved healing. Winifred can only become berserk in this way once per wave. Is berserk a new thing? Because I don't think I've ever heard of that. So she might have a new kind of status effect thing that I've never heard of, but it might already exist, I'm not sure. Finally, Twist the Bones. Winifred's Witchy Zap now targets additional enemies and steals energy from them over the duration of the skill. The splash area of Soul Suck is now larger, and a % of energy gained by Winifred through her own skills gets split amongst her allies as well. I didn't really absorb any of that, but Witchy Zap and Soul Suck are improved. Her friendships are going to be with Mary Sanderson and Demona. So Demona is a villainous, sort of magic-using character, I guess, which I would imagine is kind of the thing. Well, like, Winifred isn't necessarily villainous, but, like, they're kind of anti-heroes in a way. And then Mary Sanderson obviously makes a lot of sense. It seems like each of them has a friendship with the other sister, which, makes a lot of sense. And we haven't seen them interact in a long time since the movies haven't come out in a long time, so it's nice to see them interacting once again. Okay, let's move on to Mary Sanderson. Again, not as much detailing in like her outfit and stuff. It would appear as though she's maybe riding on a broom, and some of her animations kind of, oh, not a broom, a vacuum, which would explain why it looks kind of metallic, which would explain some of her other skills, especially her white skill. But it also sometimes appears like she might just be standing, so maybe, I'm not sure if they just wanted to depict her on the broom for this specific image, and then normally she's just standing anyways. We'll have to wait and see. But the hair detailing is really what stands out for this one, and again, they captured the face really well, and the style they did for the eyes is really nice. If I end up ever doing any more live-action characters, I think I want to keep the eye detailing in mind, since there weren't a lot of ones to go off of from the actual game, and they hadn't added any for a long time. This is the first live-action character in a while, I feel like. But yeah, really nice. Just less to say about her compared to Winifred, because she just has so much more detailing and looks a lot nicer. But she's going to be a control character and will be available in diamond crates. It has been months. It's like September, or no, the summer, I think, was the last time we got a diamond crate character, which is just kind of crazy because that was like all we got through 2020. So it's so weird to be like, oh, finally another diamond crate character. But yeah, now we have finally something to spend our diamond crates for. So I have a lot. I would imagine I'm going to be getting her on Tuesday. And I can always do the thing with the shops in the black market if the crates don't work out, I guess. So let's go through her skills. First up is the vacuum ride. Like I mentioned, that's kind of the skill that indicates that she is on the vacuum. Mary flies over enemies on her vacuum, leaving a trail of dust behind her. All enemies are blinded and take fantastic damage over time. Enemies hit by this skill also have their tenacity and evasion reduced. So it'll be a very fun thing to see, kind of the movie's take on going away from the broom, or like making a joke out of the common broom riding thing and switching it up to a vacuum. Next up is in her control. Mary eats a snack to heal herself and then points her remote at the enemy with the most energy, charming them. While charmed, the enemy also has their movement and attack speed increased. So she also has a charm/heal move, which is interesting that Winifred also had a way to charm and heal, and she was also a control character. They're both control characters. Next up is the reeking smell. Mary breathes in the essence of all charmed enemies. She heals and gains skill power for each charmed enemy present while the skill is used. Mary can gain a max amount of skill power per wave and keeps it for the remainder of each wave. Mary cannot use this skill if there are no charmed enemies, which is interesting. I don't know if I've ever even seen that before. So it's a skill that only works if she used her control move and charmed someone. Next up is the convenient curse. If a charmed enemy ever has a certain amount of energy or more, this charm is removed. When this happens, the enemy gets hexed and takes fantastic damage. Enemies activate hex when they attempt to use their white skill. When this happens, they consume their energy and get stunned instead. Again, I don't know if hex was a thing before, or if this is another status effect that we are just seeing. Finally, the Witchy Delight. In her control now charms 2 enemies and heals Mary extra. Mary also gains attack speed for a few seconds after using Reeking Smell. During this time, her basic attacks favor the charmed enemy with the lowest charm duration. When basic attack charmed enemies in this way, she increases the duration of their charm. And her friendships are going to be with Sarah Sanderson and then Lock, Shock, and Barrel. So again, sort of like a villainous character, sort of maybe anti-hero, more accurately, I guess. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know what they have in common because, again, I don't know Mary Sanderson all that well. I don't know if she's childish or if she likes to play tricks on people or what. But maybe she is sort of a motherly figure to them. I really don't know. So I'll have to wait and see for that friendship. Next up is Sarah Sanderson, who I'm pretty sure is supposed to be like the pretty one, quote unquote, of the sisters here. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's kind of hard to tell from this picture, but that's what I feel like I remember. knowing about this character. And again, they captured her really well. I actually like the look of the designs of the other characters more. I actually think they're more appealing than Sarah Sanderson's, which is interesting if she is supposed to be the quote-unquote attractive one. But again, the eye detailing is my favorite, and they really all fit together nicely. I'm sure having a team with these three next to each other will look really nice. I can't remember. I think I'm going to be able to showcase all three of these characters together. Well, the thing is, I'll have Phil, but I might just try to do these three together because I don't know if I'm ever going to get to do a team of Hocus Pocus, so I might try to do that. And then I guess I don't really have anything else to say about Sarah in particular. I got her in Disney Emoji Blitz. I remember she's the only one of the Hocus Pocus characters I have in that. And that was kind of what made me think, hey, they can maybe add Hocus Pocus to the other games because it is a live action series that is in a mobile game already. So it's kind of opening the idea of it to me. Anyways, Sarah Sanderson is a control character and will be an event exclusive character in the Coliseum token crates. So I'm not sure who she's replacing in that. I'm sure we'll see at the end of these patch notes here who is moving out of the crate there. But we haven't had any exclusive token characters in a little while either. So I suppose it's about due time that we get another one. And I guess they just didn't want to do 2 Diamond Crate characters either, or maybe really was like they were like, okay, it's time to make another Coliseum token crate character. Anyways, let's start going through her skills. The Enchanted Melody, when it has a passive and active state, which we see sometimes. Billy fights alongside Sarah in combat. Billy's basic attacks heal him. Sarah's basic attacks deal additional fantastic damage. If Sarah is KO'd, Billy is also KO'd. So if you don't know who Billy is, some of the other skill icons actually give you an idea of what he's going to look like in games. So she's kind of a duo in a way, but Billy just is not named. But yeah, Billy's kind of his own character here, which we will see by some of the other skills. And then when it's active, Sarah sings, distracting enemies near Billy and forcing them to attack him. Billy listens to Sarah singing and heals. So it's kind of like Billy's the attacker and she is the I don't know, she stands back and protects him in a way. I also forgot to say, she is also a control character, so all 3 of these characters are control, which is really interesting, I guess. I don't know if that'll make them work well together or how it's going to go, but like I said, I'm going to try to showcase all 3 of them together, so maybe we will see. The Billy Fright. Sarah directs Billy to scare enemies near him. Enemies take fantastic damage and are scared. Enemies scared from any source deal reduced damage to Billy. So you can see him right there. I don't remember Billy from the movie whatsoever. I saw him in Disney Emoji Blitz. I'm not sure if he's actually like a zombie or something, or if he's a kid dressed up, but like looking at the heads off skill, I would imagine he's probably actually undead. So let's look at that. When Billy reaches a percent of his max HP, his head pops off. After he finds it again, he heals, gains attack speed, and is able to fight again. So yeah, I imagine she resurrected him in the movie, and she kind of uses him as her lackey. Amok. When Billy has his head, a percent of the damage Sarah takes is redirected to him instead. When Billy takes damage in this way, he takes less damage, which is interesting, kind of like a defending move. And then finally, Take Thee Away. Sarah's basic attacks have a percent chance to apply their sap, scare, or silence randomly. When Sarah uses Enchanted Melody, she instructs Billy to move towards the furthest enemy. Enemies nearby Billy are cursed while he has his head. Billy heals every second when enemies near him are scared. Her friendships are going to be with the Evil Queen and Winifred Sanderson. So again, another, this time, once again being a woman, sort of villainous character. And I don't think the Evil Queen, well, she is a magic user, I guess. So yeah, they can talk about that, I suppose. And like the Evil Queen, when she's like the prettiest of them all form, I guess could be a comparison to, again, like I thought that Sarah was supposed to be an attractive character. So maybe they'll talk about that in their friendship. There are also new trial events and a bunch of hero improvements and other improvements and bug fixes. But this video is pretty long as it is, so I'm just going to move on to the new hero locations and content adjustments. This is like the 4-week thing where we're getting the level cap increased to 275, and the yellow +8 rank is coming out. And Chapter 49 is available with Lilo, Fozzie, Vinny, and Russell and Kevin, who have all been fairly available at this point now, so nothing too exciting. The new heroes, as we all mentioned, I will mention them once again. Winifred is going to the prize wall, most likely coming out the week that the update comes out. Sarah Sanderson is going to be a Coliseum token crate character. Again, I would assume this will come out around the week that all this is coming out, but we really have no idea. We could be waiting a little bit, or it could be the day it comes out. We really don't know. And then finally, Mary Sanderson is going to be available in Diamond Crates, so we should be getting her on Tuesday right away. Existing heroes. Zeus is going to be an exclusive hero. Ariel is in the VIP crate. Bolt is available in Diamond Crates. Fozzie is in the Elite campaign. Lilo is in the Elite campaign. Vinny is in the Elite campaign. Again, I don't remember who was in that Coliseum exclusive crate. So, it might have been Bolt or something. I really don't... Well, I think he had an exclusive crate. Maybe it was Fozzie. I really don't remember. And then finally, full app update and server update that is planned for Tuesday, November 9th. Which means we only have one Datamine character, once again, after these 3 characters are released. So, we will most likely be getting more Datamines on Tuesday is what I'm getting at. So all of you who are always excited to hear about the new Datamines, hopefully we'll be getting those on Tuesday alongside with these characters. So I will be unlocking Mary on Tuesday, as well as doing the update with all their animations and everything. And I just want to say for my final thoughts, in my latest 10 series that they could add, I put Hocus Pocus in there, and I said that they would probably add all 3 sisters, and I didn't know if they would do it as like a trio, or if it would make sense for all 3 of them to be separate. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I feel like I said they probably would be separate, but it's just, I couldn't see them adding all 3 of them. And like, it'd be weird to release them all separately. So it obviously makes sense then that they added them all to the 3.5 update. Again, it makes sense now that there's like, of course they release them all together. But like, that's what you would think, right? You would think that all these characters would be added together. They all got Datamine at the same time, so it makes a lot of sense. But they just never do 3 characters in one patch notes. But we have been getting way less characters recently, so maybe this was part of it. And it makes me think that this might have been planned for October, since it is very early November. It's certainly possible that they intended for this to be an October thing, and it just went a little over than what they were hoping for. But like, it feels like an October update in a way still, so I'm not that upset. It really does feel like they were trying to keep up these spooky Halloween-themed traditions. So even though it wasn't in October, they didn't really say it was an October or a Halloween update, it still does feel like one. So that makes me a little bit happy as well. So, like I said, on Tuesday, I'll see you, as well as the other days when the prize wall and the Coliseum crate are released. I'm very excited. Let me know what you think about these characters, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.